What it do, YouTube? It is your girl Cherish, and I am back with another video. And welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long time since I posted a video on YouTube. So if you haven't been here, welcome. If you coming back, welcome back. So I decided I have to get back in my YouTube bag. So my intentions were to get back in my YouTube bag whenever TikTok went out. So I'm here today, and if you didn't see the title, I am introducing another series to my YouTube channel. So I'm not going to take away from all the other things that I've been posting, and I definitely have to get back posting consistently. I've been on TikTok. My TikTok is growing. So if you don't see me here, I'm more likely there. Be sure to follow me on TikTok. I will add that in the description as well. So this new series that I'm adding to my channel is going to be Cherish the Beauty, Makeup, and Messy Travel Stories. So I decided to add this series on my YouTube channel because I have been traveling, and you guys know that I have my makeup line and I have some other things that I'm going to share with you today. But my whole motto for this is just getting you guys well introduced to my makeup. You'll be seeing demos. You'll be seeing me do some tutorials. You'll just be doing my makeup with me, maybe removing my makeup. Today, I don't have any makeup on because in today's video, I will actually just be doing a little skincare regimen, because before we can do any makeup, we have to make sure that the skin is skinning, and without good skincare, you cannot get good makeup. So what we are going to be doing today is, like I said, makeup and messy travel stories. So what we're going to do today, we're going to be doing a skincare regimen, and then you will also be hearing me have a messy story about a trip to Miami. If you're interested in seeing that video, stay tuned and keep watching. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll wait. All right, let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So let me tell y'all about this trip to Miami that I went to. So I went on a trip to Miami. Maybe this was like 2021. And it was actually a girls trip. It was actually a girls trip that I had planned, right? And it was just about four or five girls on this trip, okay? So we had planned this trip. It was around spring break time. We flew in. We stayed about, let's say, I think it was like 5 days. So anyways, so the first thing about this trip was strange because I just didn't understand why we had to fly. We had a layover. Okay, so we flew from Dallas to Houston to Miami, which I didn't understand why we couldn't fly just straight to Miami. That was weird to me, but you know, I flew with Southwest, and Southwest be having some interesting flight processes sometimes, but that's not here nor there. So anyways, we fly into Miami, and then we make it actually quite late because the flight actually didn't leave out until like 4 p.m., which I typically never take trips that late, but I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out why this flight was so late and why the heck did we end up going so late. Because for me, when I travel, I like to take the earliest flight so I can get there early so I can enjoy my time. So this particular trip, we did an Airbnb. So the Airbnb, I actually booked the Airbnb based on the look of the Airbnb. It looked pretty good. It looks like it was a decent, during this time, 2021, whatever, to me, it looked like a very nice Airbnb. It was like upstairs, downstairs, based on the Airbnb. So when we get to Miami, right? So we catch us an Uber. And the Uber driver, so this should have been red flag number one. The Uber driver says, "Hey, where y'all from?" And so we're like, "Yeah, we're from Dallas or whatever." And some of the girls that we were with, they were from another place. So he's like, "So why are y'all coming to the ghetto?" And we like, what do you mean we coming to the ghetto? So this should have been red flag number one. He's like, what are y'all doing coming to the ghetto? And we're like, ghetto? So I'm looking at the Airbnb pictures and I'm like, what you mean ghetto? And he's like, yeah, y'all going to the ghetto. And so I'm like, oh, hold on. So he's like, yeah, y'all in the ghetto. This is where the Haitians and Jamaicans be at. And I'm like, oh Lord, Haitians and Jamaicans. So I'm like, okay, Lord, what the heck do we got? What the heck do we have going on here? So, at this point, it's like, okay, it's like 8 o'clock at night. So it's not really much that we can do by this time. And also, it was actually in the middle of the pandemic. So I feel like a lot of stuff was closing early. So anyways, we're like, hey, it is what it is. So we get to the Airbnb. And stuff just starts going downhill. Okay, so we get to the Airbnb, right? We're like, okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna take a shower and we're gonna go out and have some drinks, because it's like at this point it's late. We just want to go have some drinks and just step out for a little bit, because the next day we had a plan on we had like doing a boat excursion or something like that. So we try. Look, I'm telling you, we turn the first person that tries to use this shower, they're like, the hot water don't work. What do you mean the hot water don't work? So I'm sitting here like, okay, well, let me figure out what's going on. I calls the Airbnb lady or whatever. So I call her, no answer. I text her, no answer. I text her about 3 times on the Airbnb app, right? No answer. So at this point, we're like, look, we just need to like wash up and get out on the town, because by then at this point it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I calls this lady, literally blowing up her phone, like, lady, this hot water do not work. I didn't come to Miami for the hot water not to work. So she never answers the phone. So we had to take when I tell you we had to take whole baths, we literally have to get pots, boil water, and wash up ourselves just to get out on the town. We didn't even go out. We just went to go have freaking drinks, because we wasn't going to be turning up and we didn't even get to take a full shower. We just wanted to get out and have some freaking drinks. So at this point, I am livid. Like when I tell you I am livid, I'm livid, because within like the pandemic, it's just freaking disgusting not to have hot water. So we get out, we have a few drinks, we end up enjoying, we try to make the best of it. We try to enjoy the night. Okay. So we get back to the Airbnb. The next morning, my homegirl has to go pick up the rental, okay? Because we got the rental the next day because we came in kind of late, right? So my homegirl, she leaves and she goes and go pick up the rental. So while she goes to pick up the rental, I'm literally still trying to call this lady to tell her about this hot water. So finally, she responds at like 8:30 in the morning. It's like, hey, how's your checkout? How's the check-in going? I said, absolutely horrible. I called you several times and you did not answer the phone. We do not even have no freaking hot water in here. And she's like, oh, okay, we'll send the plumber over we'll send the plumber over and figure it out, fix it. I said, okay, so do y'all have an estimated time that this plumber is gonna come? Because we have plans today. We need to take a shower. Like, okay, like we don't got time for this. And so she's like, well, I can't tell you when the estimated time of arrival that the plumber is gonna be there. What the heck do you mean? You don't know when the plumber is coming. What do you mean? Like, so at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm so irritated. So, it was like a series. So it was like a series of stuff happening. So she's like, well, what I can do is I can instruct you how to turn this hot water on and all of this. What? I didn't come here to play no plumber. Baby, I paid my money to come here, be able to take a hot shower and lay down so I can enjoy my time on my trip in Miami. So she's trying to tell me how to turn the hot water heater on or whatever. So this is the thing. So we finally, after like an hour, we finally figured out how to turn the hot water on. Now the tub isn't draining. Like, can you freaking believe this? So after the hot water finally starts to work, now the tub isn't draining. So I'm texting her, I'm calling her like, hey lady, we figure out how to turn this hot water on and now the tub isn't draining. So she's like, okay, the plumber's on their way, da 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 da. So my homegirl comes back from picking up the rental, and she's like, so what's up with the hot water? I'm like, well, the hot water worked, but dang, the goddamn tub ain't draining. So we happen to sit here, it's 4 of us. So we up here happen to sit here and take a shower and wait for an hour, freaking 30 minutes just for the freaking water to drain in the goddamn tub that we done paid our money. So at this point, we're like, you know what? We finna leave this goddamn Airbnb because this is too much of a freaking inconvenience while we trying to just have a good dang time in Miami. So she's like, the plumber should be there shortly. By then, we're literally already freaking gone, right? We're gone. We're literally headed to South Beach, right? So we went to South Beach. We had a good time. We did our little, I think we did an excursion that day. I'm not sure because I'm telling you, this is some years ago. And when we get back to the Airbnb, one of the girls that was with us was like, look, my man found a hotel that we can go to. We can go ahead and leave. So we get to the Airbnb, we pack our stuff, and we literally leave this Airbnb. I texted her and told her, look, we just want a refund because we didn't come here for stuff to be going on like this. So she's like, well, you can file it with the Airbnb. You stayed one night, so you gonna have to pay for that night. And I said, that's cool. We can pay for this night that we stayed in. But baby, we are leaving. We are not freaking about to stay the rest of this trip. Worried about hot water and worried about if the tub gonna drain and all this stuff. Like, baby, this was, and I do Airbnb quite often, and I have never had an experience like this with Airbnb. So we go to the hotel, we check into the hotel and whatnot. So the lady's messaging me like, yeah, you need to file it with Airbnb, yada, 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 blah, 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 and all of this stuff. So how about this lady is going to lie? She going to lie to Airbnb and said, we broke their window, we messed up their towels, we got eyelash glue on something, and we had makeup and stuff everywhere. Baby, we didn't even stay there 24 hours. Matter of fact, we didn't even stay 12 hours, if you want to be honest. And we didn't mess up, we didn't break no window. We didn't tear up nothing. We didn't have makeup all over your towels, baby. You were just lying. So basically, maybe like 2-3 days later, Airbnb finally did give me the remainder of the money back. So thank God for that. But baby, that's not even the icing on the cake with Miami. Let me tell you about this trip to Miami. Don't get me wrong, we had a freaking amazing time. Like, this trip was actually freaking fun. Like, we was at the casino, we was down in South Beach, we was eating seafood. I mean, we had a good time, but it was just, stuff just kept happening. So we have here the Airbnb. We have here the Airbnb. We have here the hotel. We have here the casino. We have here the seafood. 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 We have here The freaking water ain't hot. The tub ain't draining. We had to go to a hotel, Airbnb tripping, not trying to give us our money back. So the day before we were getting ready to leave to go back to Dallas. We having a good conversation. We drinking, we talking. We having a conversation, and we're like, yeah. So y'all gonna get that email? And they're like, what email? And they're like, yeah. So our flight is canceled. What? Our flight is canceled. What do you mean our flight is canceled? So we look, all of us get emails that our flight is canceled, okay? So we have to stay an extra day in Miami. So we know an extra day, you have to pay an extra day. That is more, that's a financial freaking extra or whatever. So we're like, okay, we're just going to make the best of it. We end up going to do like a boat or something. Had a good old time or whatever. And I can tell you that Miami, they do not have the best customer service when it comes to restaurants. We went to a seafood restaurant. And the seafood restaurant, when I tell you it took them about 30 minutes just to greet us. We didn't even know who our freaking waitress was. I was like, hey, wait, so can I get some water here? Like, I'm parched. I'm parched, man. Like, what is going on? And so we get the seafood. The seafood is literally absolutely disgusting. It's cold. The seasonings ain't there. So we were just like, look, we just want to just go ahead and like pay y'all and get the heck out of here, because it was just horrible. It was horrible, poor customer service. Anyways, so we get back to the the hotel. We get another email talking about our flight is going to be delayed. So I'm like, look, at this point, baby, we cannot get stranded. We cannot stay in freaking Miami any longer. Like, at this point, I'm ready to bounce, like, from Miami. Like, thank God that, like, me and the girls didn't get into it. Like, because with all the stuff that happened on this trip, you would think that it would actually cause friction in the group, but actually we were just literally laughing about it. Like, Miami don't want us to leave. Miami do not want us to leave. So finally we get our flights updated and everything worked out how it was supposed to work out. So we end up, getting back to Dallas safe or whatever. But when I tell you that trip to Miami, it was some stress and some mess. Like, all the stuff that happened on that trip, like, when I tell you, like, you would think that it would cause friction in a group. This is just the first episode, the first series of makeup and messy travel stories. So y'all see, I did me a little skin regimen while we have been talking about this trip. So this will kind of be based on how my future videos will be. I will be actually doing makeup sometimes. I will probably be doing some makeup tips and tricks. And speaking of makeup, y'all be sure to check out my Cherish Your Beauty eyeshadow palette collection. This is the news. This is for my natural girlies. This also eyeshadow palette you can use as contour and highlight. Yes. And great for my natural girlies for some natural nude eyeshadow looks, which I will be doing. Also, y'all, for my Barbie girls, I have my Barbie pink eyeshadow palette. It is great for, this one is you can use as great for some blushes and some pink highlights. This eyeshadow is very well. Also eyeshadow, contour, highlight, blush you can use in this palette. So these are the two main ones. These I already have been having. Also, now this is my new eyeshadow palette, and I'm so blessed and pleased to introduce to you my Cherish Your Beauty by Cherish Your Travel eyeshadow palette. So So this is going to be pretty much inspired by even this series. Okay, so this is my Cherish Your Beauty by Cherish Your Travel eyeshadow palette. You guys know that I have my makeup line, and I also have my travel business, and I also travel all over, and that's what this show is all about. Now, these colors are going to represent the beautiful islands that I visited, the beautiful places that I visited. We have Jamaica first, you know, that's one of my favorite places, which we're going to talk about in this too. Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Puerto Rico, but Turks and Caicos, all these places, red, white, and blue flags in the middle. Bahamas. This is going to represent the sun, which we can do a good highlight and a body shimmer with this eyeshadow. And then also orange is just one of the beautiful colors that I happen to love to wear on the islands. And y'all, this eyeshadow palette is just one that I'm actually really proud of, because for me to think of this in the middle of the night to combine my businesses together, I'm very proud of myself. Let's just keep it like that. Then I also have my eyelashes, and aren't these so cute? These are in little suitcases. So this is my Cherish Your Beauty by Cherish Your Travel collection, you guys. So I really appreciate y'all. Please continue to watch my channel and help my business grow. And stay tuned for more of these messy makeup travel videos. All right, you guys, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to shop my lashes and all of those things, www.cherishyourbeauty.llc.com. Thanks for watching.